Hola, ¿qué tal? Bienvenidos, buenas tardes por allá. Tramo... ¿cuánto era? 18. Eh, Tramo 18, Islamabad a Katmandú, en Nepal, Pakistán a Nepal, 321 de nuevo. Estamos estacionados ya aquí en Pakistán, en Islamabad, el mismo puente que arribamos, está lloviendo bastante. Vamos a hacer el setup del avión. Vamos a hacer todo. Voy a empezar en inglés hoy día. Si hay alguien en español, por favor, avíseme y cambio a español. So welcome everybody. Leg number 18 from our world tour. Today it's Islamabad to Nepal. Kathmandu, Nepal. I'm going to do this in English, but I might switch back to Spanish depending on if there is somebody watching the stream in Spanish. So I'm gonna start with the initial setup here. Engine master's off, mode selector normal, radar is off, landing gear lever down, wipers off. Actually, we can test them. Yeah, it works. Battery check setup, so it's on and charged. APU fire test on and running, so we can already adjust the cockpit lights, PU lights, everything else. Oops, menu gone. Okay. External power not to be used today. EFB start. I have my iPad here. We already started our EFB. We are parked here at position 4. So our parking spot is position number 4. What else? FMGS pre-initialization. Believe. 3008.
Yeah.
Yeah. In it. Oops. Where is it? Here it is. So flight plan came through. I like this 2D thing. Estimated time en route 1 hour 57 minutes. Sorry. We request the init data and then OFP data. We wait for the plus to go. It's gone. So OFP data. So we have contingency plus some extra there just in case of weather. So that gives us like roughly 20 minutes. So contingency is 10 minutes plus extra 9 minutes. So that's pretty much 19 minutes of holding. Plus whatever fuel we save. Usually you save fuel a little, not much, but you save. So it's gonna be more than okay. We're pretty heavy today. So fuel weight is, let's make it. I don't think it's gonna make it 72. I need to edit my serial fuel for this aircraft. Let's make it 715. OP data send. Seat messages. Sorry, fuel is already loaded, balanced, seatbelt signs on. Boarding, I'm going to request it because it's gonna take forever. Here we go. Undock? No, I don't want to undock anything. Okay, there we go. So OAB is nothing there, recall, we press it 3 seconds and then we release it to check if we have any hidden failures there. Emergency cancel failures. What is this? Slot notification. Okay. Kind of useless. Logbook, we would check the logbook, accept the aircraft airfield data obtained. So what we do here, since there is no ATC, I'm going to request the weather through this. We already had the load sheet, so let's wait for it. So I've got I'm gonna request the performance. Actually, you know what? Just to get the final weight, I'm going to accept the load sheet and write it down so that we get the actual figures for the calculation. Fuel was 11.8. And average wind for now, it's gonna be plus 24, so I'll just write down 24 before we request the wind. Contingency is 0.530. Let's make it 0.6 to be conservative. And final reserve is 1.5. Alternate fuel, we're going to fix it afterwards after programming setting up the MCU. Just request the wind for now. Okay, so we got the weather. Let's go here. Weather. Sorry. I got the weather there, so performance. OPIS. So runway wet, yes. Runway 28 right for departure. Wind 23010. Temperature 20, it's not that hot. KNH 1012. No need of anti-ice, I'm gonna use full runway length. For Juliet. So optimum takeoff config, vicinity thunderstorms Charlie Bravo. Temporary gusting wind there, so there might be wind shear there, so we are going to assess the the weather just before takeoff. We're going to assess how it is. If it's windy and there are possibilities of wind shear, then we will just use toga for takeoff, but for now we're going to use flex. And we send this. While this thing arrives, oxygen is on there, crew supply, so we open this here, up, oxygen test. Where am I? Econ pages, so we have oil, hydraulics, and oxygen is there with the data uplink. Flaps are retracted, cargo heat is fine. Everything else applies to the real thing. Just 1 second, please. Okay, sorry about that. So data, aircraft status, it's up to date. EB. Sorry. There we go. Cost index 40. 40 there. 20 degrees here. Top of climb temperature. This one there, minus 46. Or you can just reduce the temperature according to this, so plus 7. So, or you can just, it was minus 50, so you can just add 7 degrees and change it, doesn't matter. The alternate Kolkata. Departure, runway 28 right. So what we do here when we set up everything, we insert the departure and we cross-check it with the chart here. So our departure is in the 1 Foxtrot. Gonna modify the speed limit. It's lovely weather. And I'm cross-checking with the chart to see that everything matches, that we comply with all of the restrictions. Then we have the airway here.
Thank you.
Oh, it just crashed, amazing. Lovely program here. Yeah, Golf 509, Goodip, Pipu Simra and Simra 2 Romeo. Initially I'm going to set up the RNAV, but we'll see how it is. If the weather is fine, we're going to do the VOR, because the RNAV is pretty straightforward. It's just 2.8 degrees slope down to the runway, but the RNAV, it's sorry, the VOR, it begins with a 5.3 degree slope. I will show it to you. It begins with a 5.8, and then you transition to 3 degrees on short final. So it's pretty. I don't want to say complicated, but it's not standard. You see, 5.3 degrees until 3 DME, and then you transition to 3 degrees. It's not very nice. But the minima is super higher. It's higher than the other one anyways. It's like 300 feet higher, so sometimes in Kathmandu it really affects if you see the runway or not. You either get heavy rain at Kathmandu or you get a lot of smoke, because they like to burn stuff there, so normally you get reduced visibility in Kathmandu. Then you get the ground here, which takes forever. And now our alternate to Kolkata. I don't know why it's clearing everything here. It's pretty annoying actually, but yeah. The alternate here. Where is it? Keep. Sorry. So 19 left. I just put Zulu. Tunka. This one. And it says that we have to go Lalba. Alba, and then so Sita and Dunka. That should make the trick. There. Secondary I'm just gonna copy. Don't want to set up anything. Don't want this thing to crash. And it's not an RNAV based departure, so I need radio navs. So Bravo Tango Romeo, and let's make it 175. And then Romeo November Islamabad PR. That's the old airport actually. Yeah, that's 170. Init B, we already wrote it down. Where's this? Performance, there we go. So alternate 2.7 according to everything that we set up. Now I have to load this again. There we go. Where am I? Alternate fuel 2.9 actually, so it's 200 discrepancy. In the real aircraft you don't get that much, but yeah, sometimes you do get discrepancy in it. IP, so OPIS. Performance, we got the message Alpha Delta Tango, Alpha 5, I don't know what this is. 28 right, 7 headwind, wet, runway, temperature 20, NTAs of KNH 1012, packs on. We've got a THS of 0.9 down, it's there. And the speed's 149, 166, 168. 1000, so 2800. 2800. I'm gonna make it to 800 here as well. Flex 44, config 1. And that's it. Now we have to wait for the load sheet. In the meantime, we would do the briefing. So, NOTAMs are checked, nothing relevant. Notes for the airport, nothing relevant as well. box is cross-checked, so the box we are referring to is this box. Boxes here. For the departure, sorry, for the taxi out, we're expecting to push back facing. Where is it? There we go, facing to the east on the southeast apron, somewhere before Foxtrot. Then we taxi right on Foxtrot, left on Kilo. Holding point Juliet, runway 28 right. Takeoff emergency briefing before 100 knots. We stop due to any relevant reason between 100 and V1, only due to any master warning. Master caution, sudden loss of engine thrust, wind shear added warning, runway incursion, and safe conditions of flight, including 18th instruction. In any of those cases, I will call stop. Apply further orders on both levers, monitor auto braking or take over manually if needed once we have stopped on the runway. So, store reverses, park and brake 2 on the attention credit station, request second actions. And brake fan will need to be on. If we have to evacuate, we follow the procedure accordingly. Otherwise, we advise to the cabin crew that the attention crew has been cancelled, and then we exit the runway and have the aircraft inspected and everything else. Otherwise, if the call out is go, no actions below 400, except silencing oral warnings, raising the gear. Tow guys available, and I will use it. We are pretty heavy today, and we're gonna follow the initial departure. Although I have an engine out SID for this airport, I'm going just to follow the departure because I don't want to set it up here, and we are not expecting any failures today here. Then we do the overweight landing checklist, and we come back and land. For the November departure, we are expecting the is in deck 1 Foxtrot, chart 10-3 Lima, 20th of February, which is straight ahead until 60 ME, then we turn left heading 240 and then left on heading 100 to intercept radial 175 Samex, and then left 110 to intercept to in deck, and then airway route. MSA for the departure is 4,200, let's make it on that side. Weather, some thunderstorms, so I mean, no deviations until reaching the MSA unless on radar contact, which is not the case today. So that's a threat. Plus 7.5 degree for the pitch, it's a 321. Non-performance limited, packs on takeoff. And that's it.
Aló.
Buongiorno.
Pues loco. Buena, Gastón, pensé que estaba acá al lado y ya está yo despegando ya.
Sí, o está el manso cúmulo, así que va a salir para la izquierda a ti.
Pequeño detalle, no ocupan la pista 28 derecha para la salida.
Da lo mismo.
Pero en el simulador todo vale.
Justamente ya, hasta luego.
Hasta luego, buen vuelo, tío. Olé. Justamente.
Vamos a estar a la de 8 derecha. And that's it. We got the load sheet, it's already written, the performance, so we force the checklist. Cockpit prep completed, gear pins and covers removed, phones are off, signs on auto, ADRSs are all on nav. We've got fuel, 11,760 kilograms, pumps on, and para ref KNH 1011 cross check down to there. ¿Vaya a salir de la 8 derecha, sorry, izquierda, Carlos?
Sí, la 8 izquierda, la 8 derecha no la ocupan acá, no sé por qué.
Ah, no, yo voy de la derecha nada más.
Sí, póngale, no.
Más fácil. So clear for push, duck, this one, and just the last edges below the line, V1 V2 flex temperature, 149.6668, flex 44 degrees set, windows doors are closed. We check also the windows here and the door, beacon on, after isolation valve on, thrust levers idle, nozzle steering descendant message, this is displayed on green, ATC auto, parking brake on before change is completed. Oye, te llevaron lentejita, ¿no?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release
Sí,
parking
se me
brakes.
trajeron, me la hice bolsa.
Y ahora después del despegue me toca mi rancho, oye, mi rancho.
Chucha la hora.
So they never removed the bridge, but whatever. Bye bye. In real life, you cannot push back if the bridge is attached to the aircraft because you're risking to damage the aircraft. Because even though it's like rubber based, it's a lot of weight anyway, so it might damage the paint. Like best case scenario, it will damage the paint only. Está lloviendo bastante fuerte, oye. So
La
starting
salida está como el que te
engines.
gusta.
¿Saliste poto?
No.
Starting engine 2. So single engine we wouldn't do here on this weather. Salida con un motor no vamos a hacer con este tiempo porque está horrible. No se hace rodaje con un motor cuando está la pista mojada y todo mojado.
Showing me.
Set parking brakes.
Waiting your
Exit.
confirmation for good engine start. Pull a mast toward oxygen.
Islam Traffic, Royal Bhutan 807, starting
Sorry.
pushback, gate number 6.
Mira, Nico, oye, ¿podéis remolcar para nariz al oeste?
Obvio.
Fantástico.
Shukran.
Allah Hafiz.
Unlocking gear. Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed. Left is clear. Right is clear.
Available, time check, signal received, normal, on, 1, how much was it, 09 down, doors closed, slides armed, status normal, APU off.
No sé.
Okay, and waiting for this guy to go away after start, anti-ice off, ECAM status check, pitch trim, it's gonna be 31.6 EG set, rudder trim 0, ground clearance received there, after start check is completed, flight controls, full up, full down, neutral, full left, right, neutral, rudder, full left, right, neutral. The other pilot would do exactly the same, and taxi. And Islamabad traffic, Qatari 088. We are taxiing Foxtrot Kilo runway 28 right. Clear left side, clear right side. We have this guy inside. Why? Why does he get online when we are taxiing 275? Islamabad. Hello, Qatari 088. We are on Foxtrot taxiing 28 right. That's
Sí,
going to
claro,
change.
saliste en Virgo.
Va, qué raro. Lahore, good evening, Qatari 088 on Foxtrot taxiing 28 right at Islamabad. Clear left side. Clear right side.
Qatari 088, good evening. Continue taxi via Foxtrot Kilo Hotel, hold short to it right.
Foxtrot Kilo Hotel, hold short 28 right, Qatari 088. So via hotel, one
Qatari
less.
088, port ready to copy 86.
And ready to copy, Qatari 088.
Qatari 088, clear destination Kathmandu as filed by Index 1 Hotel departure, runway 28 left, climb and maintain flight level
course.
330, squawk 4516.
Qatari 088, clear destination Kathmandu as filed. Climb and maintain level 330, departure to it left. Index 1 Hotel confirm, and the squawk is 4516.
Qatari 8088, feedback is correct and correction to my last 28 right, report ready for departure.
Okay, 28 right, and I've got Index 1 Foxtrot if you can cross check please.
Roger, you can follow Index 1 Foxtrot, no problem.
Thank you very much, we'll report ready. So 330 as planned,
For center, good evening.
brake check has been done.
Royal Bhutan 207, facing west. Ready
So
for
we have a
taxi and ready
huge
to copy
CV here
aircraft
on top.
to Kathmandu 5.
Royal Bhutan 807, taxi holding point runway 28 left, question 28 right via taxiways November.
Can barely see the
Foxtrot, Kilo
taxiways.
Hotel,
This is fun.
and standby for ATC.
It's like real
Royal
life
Foxtrot
actually.
Kilo Hotel and standby for ATC, Royal Bhutan 207.
Lahore, good evening, cargo look 705 heavy on taxiway Golf, we're ready for taxi. Cargo look 705 heavy, taxi holding point runway 28 left via taxiway Golf, Kilo Hotel, and report ready to copy ATC. Okay, we taxi to holding point runway 28 left via Golf, Kilo, and Hotel. We are supposed to hold short of runway 28 right, and we are ready to copy. Cargo look 705, clear destination Kathmandu via the Index 1.
So the departure seems
Foxtrot
fine on
departure
this
runway
area
28
here.
right,
It's just
climb
the
and
initial
maintain
climb
flight
that's
level
gonna be
390,
not
squawk
very nice.
4507.
So
We have runway 2.
we're going to
28
select
left for departure.
Toga.
We have Index 2 Delta. Can you give us that one, please? Roger, copied. We cleared 28 left, Index 2 Delta departure.
I'm going to use Toga just in case.
Index 2 Delta
And
departure, runway 28 left, climb and for level 390 and the squawk 4507. Cargo 705, feedback correct, brake, Qatari 088, the winds are 070 degrees, 05, correction, the winds are currently 230 degrees, 10 knots, and 28 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff to right, Qatari 088. So before takeoff, checklist all the way, flight controls check, flight instruments check, briefing confirmed, flap setting, config 1, takeoff data is confirmed, ATC squawk 4516 set, ICA memo, takeoff no blue, and takeoff review, speeds 149, 168, climb now blue, 33,000 blue, 1 FD2. First waypoint, runway heading 2170, and then Bravo Tango Romeo 7 something, then left turn, on the Index 1 Foxtrot departure, flex 44, 1 plus F above maximum landing weight. The only difference, it's not, we're not going to use flex, we're going to use Toga, so we're covered with the speeds.
Okay, we continue on Golf.
And that's it, below the line. Takeoff runway 28 right confirmed, cabin, secure signal, TCAS ARA, engine mode selector normal, and packs on engines before takeoff checklist completed. And let's use this wiper thing. Okay, takeoff. Stable. And Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust blue. Thrust set. Ooh. Scary. 100 knots. I'm using Toga because it gives you more margin in terms of energy. V1. Rotate. Positive climb. Gear up. Nav. Gear up. Wiper off. We don't need it anymore. Speed variations here.
Royal Botanic Citizen, right 45.
Royal Bhutan 807, line up and wait, right.
Line up and wait to the right, Royal Botanic Citizen.
Islamabad, sorry, Lahore, cargo level
Just
705.
climb out of thrust.
Yes, now continue taxi.
AP1.
Okay, continue taxi, cargo level 745. Target 088, airborne 37, identified on departure, proceed direct position index, climb flight level 330.
Direct index, climb 330, Qatari 02. Going to wait for the flap.
Royal Bhutan 807, wind.
Just leaving it there on standby. Flap 0, speed check, flap 0.
Drop and take off now, wait to the right, Royal Botanic Citizen.
Speed brake disarm.
Cargo level 705 via hotel, cross to it right, line up and wait to it left.
And we're turning already, index confirm. Execute it. After takeoff, climb checklist. Landing gear up, flaps retracted, packs on, APU off, down to the land.
Juliet, cross to it right, line up and wait, runway 28 left.
Okay, on Juliet we cross runway 28 right and we line up and wait runway 28 left, cargo 705.
So now we assess the weather here. We're above the MSA now, 4,200, so we can just use this one on 20 DME and this one on 40 miles. So we can get a pretty nice picture of what's gonna happen afterwards. Actually, let's make it 40 and 80. And I'm going to select speed to 50, which is the turbulence speed until 200.
139 are identified on the departure. Speed accelerate, climb flight level 370.
What's the straight climb level 370, Royal Botanic Citizen, thank you.
We keep climbing here. How does the weather look? Yeah, it's only until 40 miles actually. Till 40 miles you get some weather. After that there is
Cargo
nothing.
level 705, wind 230 degrees, 10 knots, runway 28 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 28 left, cargo level 705.
Royal Bhutan 807, proceed direct position index.
Proceed direct index, Royal Botanic Citizen, thank you.
Temperature is still okay, plus 26 degrees. So now once we cross 10,000, I'm not going to manage the speed. I just want to keep 250 because it's still bumpy. You can tell that the speed is going up and down the whole time. It's 250 knots until 10,000 and then it's 275 until 20 and then 0.78. 76. I recall on some airlines it's a bit different on the 321. If you get sharklets, I think it's a bit different, the speeds. So 10,000 AGL. I'm keeping constraint. Airport here. Lights off. Seatbelts still on because it's bumpy. And transition set standard cross check passing 129. Now and below the line, but ref standard cross check after takeoff land check is completed. We can clear the rad navs already. And optimum 320, maximum 350, aiming for 330, it's fine. We have this one here. It's better just not to destroy the aircraft. Just a slight left turn. How much is it? We're going to cross less than 2.5. It's not kicking that much. I'm gonna keep it on this track anyways for now.
Calculus 705, airborne 42, identified on departure, proceed as cleared, climb flight level 390.
As clear and flight level 390, Cargolus 705. Any chance to climb without restrictions on flight level 390?
Roger, stand by. Calculus 705, proceed direct position index, cancel all climb restrictions.
Okay, direct to Indian and cancel altitude restrictions, Cargolus 705. Thank you very much.
That's a big one there. Ooh. Can't wait for P3D version 5 now. It's gonna release tonight. Tonight is the night of nights. 3 hours, pretty much 3 hours 15 minutes. So we're not bouncing that much now, so I'm just gonna select 275 knots. Actually, I'll make it manage speed for now. I'll wait until this thing updates. I don't know why it takes. It has a lag between this and this when you manage the speed. 6, about to enter a cloud, engine stays on.
Royal Bhutan 807, fly heading 180 to accommodate your climb.
We're heading 182 until we finish our climb, Royal Bhutan 827.
And that's it, if anybody's watching. We're landing at in pretty much 2 hours, so if you are back here in 2 hours you will see the approach and landing. A los que estén viendo en español, en 2 horas más o menos vamos a estar en aproximación ya, así que vuelvan en 2 horas, hora 45, estaría perfecto. Show the route today. Oh, why didn't load? There we go. So Flight today takes us through the border here near Amritsar, overhead Lahore, and from there we cross the border with India into Indian airspace all the way to north of Delhi. There is a prohibited area there, but it's far away from the route. And from there, all the way to Gugip. And then from Gugip, Pipu, and then
Lufthansa Cargo 8316, leaving
Simara.
my space, 1 Unicom frequency, 122.8, have safe flight, bye-bye.
1 Unicom 122.8, thank you. See you, Lufthansa Cargo 8316.
You are good on 827, direct position, Toulon.
Back to position Toulon, Royal Botanic Johan.
Detected still some class here. I'll just switch it off for now. That's it. Sí, a los que estén mirando, vuelvo en un ratito porque ya de aquí para arriba no hay mucho que conversar más que disfrutar la vista. Everybody who's watching, I'll be just back in a few because there is much to talk about until cruising level actually. Unless you have something to ask. A menos que tengan alguna pregunta ahí. Todas las que quieran también. 1,000 to go. Slow climb. Not gonna start. Cruise. Is below, copy, active. Systems check. Everything has been checked, no abnormals, engine failure, NCT out of thrust off. No issues with the terrain here. We start our drift down to whatever the box is. Decompression all the way down to 100 so far. The grid Mora here on the right is 2400. And we deviate. We have Lahore here below us, then we have Amritsar, then we have Delhi. Then Lucknow, and then Kathmandu. We don't need to call anybody beforehand now on the radio, and that's it. Position Sulum, Qatari 08.
Qatari 088 now leaving my airspace, Unicorn 122 decimal 8, safe flight bye.
1228, Qatari 088, Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
Okay, gone. Bye bye. So we'll be back. I need to eat something. Tengo que comer. Vuelvo después en un ratito. Ahora en crucero no hay nada que hablar. Mucho. We are back, volvimos para el que habla español. Acuérdense que hoy día sale el P3 de versión 5. Se viene, se viene. Bien, vamos a planificar la BOR a la pista 02, esta de aquí. Hay una RNAV, que obviamente escogeríamos esta para aproximar, es mucho más fácil, pero la gracia la RNAV es de un ángulo de 2,8 grados. La BOR, la gracia que tiene es que empieza con un ángulo de 5,3 y después se reduce a 3 grados en la milla 3. Entonces, como súper empinada la llegada. So we're going to do the BOR approach runway 02. The reason why I didn't choose the RNAV is pretty straightforward. It's 2.8 degree slope all the way down to the runway. But the BOR begins with a 5.3 degree slope up to 3 DME and then it changes to 3 degrees. So it's much more fun than the RNAV. So that's why I wanted to I chose this one because to do something different. Anyway, so we're going to set it up here. I already got the weather for Kathmandu from 12:30, so 17:20. We should be having a new one actually. Let's check it out. Vamos a revisar el weather. Weather Kathmandu, yep. 290 at 5. Temperature 18. And 1022 we have Charlie Bravos to the east, southeast, south, southwest and west. So pretty much everywhere except to the north. So on the approach path we're going to have several Charlie Bravos most likely. So we're going to see how the weather is. If it's really bad then we'll just choose the RNAV and that's it. So first I'm gonna set up the BR on the primary according to the survival, so Simara arrival, and then Simra, that's Sierra Mike Romeo actually, Sierra Mike Romeo. Oh, this is 2 Romeo now. I'm going to copy the active and I'm going to change this to BR Simara, this one, transition Gurras. Simbra is the same as Sierra Mike Romeo. So one is a fix and the other one is a BR. So Simbra, level 150 or below or by ATC. We're going to leave it as it is. Ratan, no constraint there. And then Guras, mandatory 11,500. So the BR has a special procedure for it. But essentially, since the approach is so steep, some airlines recommend to insert the V approach at position Guras, so 146 at Guras. So we're going to be fully configured by Guras, which is really far away, but you will see why. Then we have to check here the altitude constraints. That one is 8,000. No, what is it? 9,800. Yes. 8,900, yes, 8,900 again, and then we begin our descent of 5.3 till 3 DME, and then we change to 3 degree descent, which is not done here properly. So that's why we're not going to do this approach and final approach. We're going to do it nav FPA. This approach is straight ahead, then we turn right to the VR, and then to Darky. Yeah, there is a hole there, but it's not depicted here. And this is the diversion to Kolkata. So Kathmandu. So 22 for the approach, and for the missed approach to 88. Carlos. Kathmandu. No answer. Hello, hello. Minima is MDA, so we have to add 50 feet for that one. That's 5,000 feet the minima. Config full. For the go around, it's 10,500 feet. So, and I have some notes here for the airport. Just 1 second. I think I have something written here. Yeah, so I got for this one, for the BOR, to comply with the altitude restrictions and everything, this parameters here and this parameter here. We have extra of half an hour, so we can hold there. Secondary, it's the RNAV. You can see the difference here. Ahí pueden ver la diferencia de la RNAV. Where is my chart? Ah, there it is. Okay. Ya. La RNAV aquí. Parece que no hay nadie viendo en inglés. Yay. So, medium turning and D and full reverse. So, for the briefing, nose amps are checked, nothing there. Special procedures, the steep descent approach for runway 02 via the BOR approach, not the RNAV. So at Guras, we're going to be fully configured at 11,500 feet, fully configured flaps, full gear down. We're going to descend to level off just before 9 DME at 8,900 feet, and from there we need to, it's gonna be a 5 we corrected this for ISA temperature deviation, so it's like 20 degrees, so we should be keeping 5.6 degrees of FPA of the angle to keep up with the 5.3 degrees angle of the chart. So essentially, if it's a 3 degree slope, you anticipate by 0.3 miles. So you pull this, you pull it 0.3 miles before. But in this case, since it's 5.6, we need to pull it 0.6 miles before, or 0.5, whatever you want to do. Let's make it 0.6 because the aircraft reacts slower here than on the real one. So at 8.6 we're going, at 9.6 we're going to pull FPA minus 5.6, and we're going to monitor our descent throughout the approach, checking all of the altitude constraints here until 3.3 DME. At 3.3 DME, I'm going to select 3 degrees here, 3 degrees here, and then adjust, of course, according to the profile. The minima, autopilot off, flight directors off, and the runway track. That's pretty much it with this. We're going to use auto brake medium, full reverse. The runway is not short, but it's in real life the runway is not very good. It's really bumpy. The braking friction coefficient is not very good as well, especially if it's raining. So it's not an easy runway to operate in. So normally we are really cautious here when flying to Kathmandu. Yeah, even though big aircrafts land here, normally like every few months somebody misses the runway or somebody crash lands next to the runway. It's chaos. So, yep, that's pretty much. Should be fun. Just going to close this one. Oh, after landing I forgot. I'm expecting with this weight to exit the runway via Bravo there. And then turn left on Foxtrot main apron. And then to any parking here on the international apron on the left there. I'll just keep the VOR open because that's the one we're going to use. And the MSA, I'm going to insert a radial fix info Kathmandu to get the MSA to have a reference of high terrain. So 230 and 075. And then I'm missing the other sector which is on the north, so I need to insert Kathmandu again. And 315. So that will leave us with this drawing here. Really? With this drawing here. So on this area here, on the approach area, we have 11,600, which is the MSA. On this area, it's 10,500, so that's on the missed approach area. And on the north, there is high terrain, there are the Himalayas and everything, so 21,100 feet is the MSA over there. What else am I missing? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I will try and make the approach as best as I can. It's not very easy. Yeah, that's it. Kathmandu traffic, Qatari 088, we are checking Apipu level 330 and proceeding on the Simra arrival for VOR runway 02.
¿A qué velocidad vais?
480 terrestre.
Dale, soy 20 días atrás, 19 de Apipu.
Ok, el descenso lo voy a hacer a 315.
Dale, voy a 262.
Ok.
Y voy a hacer la RENA porque la otra estaba mal codificada en la base.
Sí, sí, la otra aquí la tengo que hacer a manopla. Some weather, as you can see. Algo de meteo por ahí. Ahí se ven ya las Himalayas. Vamos a ver cómo resulta, po. Todavía no sale el Prepare 3D5. Okay, so 11,500 by Guras. I have to pre-select it, and of course we changed the speed limit as well to I rounded up to 15,000 feet. Where is it? Speed limit there to 5,000. Oírte claro.
Vale.
1022. And yeah, what else? Should be fun. I've done this one here on P3D. I think this approach I've done it like once. No, todavía no, lo tengo ligeramente a la derecha un cúmulo, pero yo creo que me voy a tener que abrir a la izquierda unas 3 millas, una cosa así. Un poquito de meteorología ahí, a lo mejor hay que hacer un desvío a la izquierda a la derecha. We have a bit of weather here, so we might have to deviate a little bit to the left of the route, and then we turn back to the right to the route. In real life it doesn't look like this, like round weather with red dots in the middle. Normally it's like shaped with all kinds of shapes. Every cloud has a different shape. Doesn't look like this. But still, this is nice. So, to give time to the cabin crew, I'll just switch on the seat belts and approach checklist briefing. Confirm, econ status checked, seat belts on, down to the line. Because then it's gonna get busy. So the idea of weather is to deviate always on the upwind side of the weather, or not always, but it's the best practice because we get less turbulence flying on the upwind side than on the downwind side. If you fly on the downwind side, the wind will kind of blow all of the turbulence to your aircraft and it will get bumpy. So if I fly through here to the right side of that CV, it's gonna be bumpy. If I fly on the left, it might be bumpy but not as bad as this side here. So, recital descent 150 magenta. Kathmandu traffic, Qatari 088 leaving 330 descending on the Simbra arrival. We are 56 miles inbound Sierra Mike Rome. Oye Carlos, no me desvíe nada por si acá, anda en peca hasta ahora la cuestión.
Ya, yo veo algo ahí en Barça, pero estoy viendo, estoy todavía lejos, estoy como a 45 millas, así que voy a ver.
Dale. Descend. FSLabs likes to dive when you start descending. Oops, 76. So Mach descend, speed selected, decimal 76. These are the clouds here which are like messing up. There is one on the left, so yeah, that one, and the wind is coming from the left, so that's why we're getting a bit of turbulence here. Yes, we matched. How does it look on the approach side? A few CVs there on the approach, but they are on the side of the approach, so hopefully they stay there. Nice weather. Having buffer issues with the streaming, I don't know why. It's been like this lately. I think too many people quarantine in their houses, so internet is collapsing. Está como colapsado el internet ya. Yo creo que se ve medio borroso el video ese a rato.
Traffic cargo 705, we are traffic for level 277, descending 10,500 feet break to Sparta. We are 37 miles from Sparta, making for the Arenado approach. Compadrito, ¿cuánto está de Parta o pasaste el punto anterior que era a piso? Dale, compadre. Yo quería hacer eso también, pero el último segmento, que supuestamente es de 3 grados de descenso, la auto me marcaba prácticamente 8, 3,98, así que me quería poner a Renato.
So the weather is just there, outside of the approach area. And so far we're good. It's gonna be bumpy, but it's approachable. ¿Estáis por ahí, Carlos?
Sí.
Oye, de Simra a Ratán hay dos cúmulos a la izquierda y a la derecha, pero te van a quedar por fuera de la aproximación.
Vale, y después pensando que aquí va a tener que quedarme un poquito más para la izquierda, pero
Dale, sí, por suerte están, por lo menos aquí lo que estoy viendo en la aproximación, están todos los cúmulos como alejados del valle de la aproximación. Hay un cuesco gigante ahora que me apareció en la aproximación, así que déjame te confirmo al tiro. Vea. Sí, ahí se fue. No, está bueno por ahora la aproximación.
vale.
Okay, temperature looks good. We don't need engine anti-ice. Ah. Saint Elmo? Yeah, Saint Elmo. Oh, static, some static discharges here on the windows. That's pretty normal if you got like a lot of activity, electric activity on the ambient. Tengo San Elmo aquí.
Grabar el videíto.
Va a quedar en el streaming ahí grabado. No sabía que simulaba el FSLabs eso, no me acordaba. So, 10,000. Lights, seatbelts. GPS primary radar naps are set. Set QNH 1022. Cross check, passing 15,060 feet now, and below the line barrel ref, QNH 1022 cross check, minimum set, engine mode selector, normal approach checklist completed. How does it look? Like hell? Yeah. The missed approach is going to be a bit affected by this one here, so we have to climb as fast as possible until the MSA so that we can deviate from this guy there. In real life there is no radar here, so any deviations you need to make them above the MSA, because otherwise you will hit terrain. Kathmandu traffic, Qatari 088, we are approaching Ratan for the VOR runway 02. Dime.
Estoy chequeando 532.
¿Cómo?
Pilotando 532.
Ok, yo voy en labor, así es que no sé dónde estáis pasando. ¿Pasaste Guras o no? Ya, ok. Sí, yo voy... Yo tengo que hacer la estabilizada esta, así es que voy a ir súper lento el resto. You can actually hear the lightning. Actually, if you hear the lightning while on the aircraft, it's definitely it definitely hit you. Like, you won't listen it while flying unless it hit you actually. So, but descend, speed I'll start, and the approach phase never went on, so activate it. Going to turn on the truck FPA. Need to help it slowing down a little bit. Alt. Flaps 1, speed checked. Flaps 1. Next minima after Guras 8,900. But at Guras we need to be gear down, flaps full hopefully. It's kind of bumpy, so it's gonna be hard. Flaps 2, speed check. Flaps 2, speed managed. And gear down. Kathmandu traffic, Qatari 088, Guras, starting BOR runway 02. Flaps 3, speed check flaps 3. And flaps full, speed check flaps full. So I'm going to start with the FPA of 3.0 and see where we level off. We are leveling off after the waypoint that we need to level off, which is Foxtrot Delta 02, so I need to increase this descent here. And landing checklist: cabin secured, auto thrust, speed auto brake medium, landing runway condition is wet. ECAM memo, we still don't have it, so landing gear down, flap set, signs on, spoilers arm, cabin ready, we're waiting for it, landing checklist completed. So 9,800 first on this one, which we will pass for sure. I'm going to be monitoring it, but we're high on profile, so let's see how it goes.
Brutal, los chinos vienen despegando al revés, cuidado.
Ahueonados, culiados.
So we complied with 9,400. Commando traffic Qatar 088, we are 12 miles inbound on the BR runway 02. And here this guy would have this one like this, sorry, to like this, 288, to cross check. It's not mandatory now, but just you would cross check and then boop, I'll start. So now at 9, we said at 9.6 DME we are going to pre-select FPA of minus 5.6. So I'm pre-selecting 1 mile before that. And I'm going to increase the altitude here because sometimes FSLabs does some crazy thing. 9.6 FPA minus 5.6 and the missed approach was 10,500. It takes time for the aircraft to lower down than the nose to go for the profile. And you're going to see that we are super high on the profile, but it's normal on this one. Next minima 8,340 at 8 DME. 8340 at 8 DME. We are good. 7 DME 7770. 7 DME 7770. Kathmandu traffic Qatar 088, 7.5 miles out for runway 02 on the VR. 7770, we're just slightly low.
Por si acá el Lucho acaba de pasar de largo, está estribiándole, tuvo el manso windshield a 100 pies, weón, así que para que tengan ojo, está haciendo la frustrada, no puede ni hablar.
Ok. Fantastico. So 6 DME, we crossed 7210, it's checked. 5 DME, it needs to be 6640. 5 DME 6640. Pretty much there, a bit low, so I'm going to slightly reduce my rate of descent. This is very slow to react now. 6680 there. So 3 DME, we should be transitioning at 3.3 to a 3-degree descent. So I have the runway in sight, 3 DME, 3-degree descent. On profile, Kathmandu traffic Qatar 088, we are on final runway 02, and the ECAM memo was landing no blue. Autopilot off, flight directors off. Runway track 022 set.
1,000.
Checked, stable.
Hundred above.
Check, correcting.
Minimum.
Continue.
$500. 400. 300. 200.
Puppies don't match much.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. Retard.
Spoilers, rear screen. This cell. Yeah. There. Another brake. And we're going to use this one. Runway clear, Qatari 088. And stands 1, 2, 3. I'm going to use number 4. Big fan on. After landing, spoilers, disarm, radar off, brake the wind shear off, flaps retracted, TCAS on standby, APU starting, reduce engine taxi. We're not going to do after landing checklist completed.
Internet access may now.
Buras starting the approach, Royal Bhutan 807, established at 130 knots.
Parking brake on. Fuel it on.
Kathmandu traffic, Cargo Luke 705 on final runway 02.
Brakes are super hot. Cuidado con el Winchester.
Sí.
Por ahí tuve 1200 momentarios. Se pega como un mini windshield ahí en final corto.
Roy.
Ya. Buena Matus. No, no estuvo tan bonito, pero la pista del weather estaba como las pelotas, así es que lo dejamos ahí nomás. El papi no calza mucho. Como que no me gustó el papi como estaba calibrado. De hecho, crucé el umbral a 50 pies con 4 blancas. Estaba como raro. Pero bueno, ¿qué le vamos a hacer, no? Vamos a ir a Carlos como aterriza. Entonces, gracias por acompañarnos. Nos vemos otro día en otro tramo de la vuelta al mundo. Thank you for watching. I'll see you some other day in another trip. Bye bye.